This is for the warriors, the frontliners, and those who run to the battle instead of away from the battle. Continue to stand. Continue to allow God to use you. Do not allow a hit to cause you to buckle, to cause you to be knocked off your square, to cause you to get off kilter, but continue to open up your mouth, cry aloud, and spare not. The enemy is coming. He's gunning. He's coming. We have targets on our backs. They do not want us talking about what's going on in these buildings, the shenanigans, the foolery that's going on. They want us to be hush mouth. They don't want us to speak against their idols. None of that. But you continue to do the assignment that God has called you to. You continue to stand flat-footed and speak what thus saith the Lord without compromise. Too many get hit and then can't come back from the hit. So what happens is they won't speak. They won't speak real truth. They'll speak partial truth, just enough to get them by. But this is not who God is raising up in this hour. We are to expose. We are light carriers. We are ambassadors for Christ, which means if we got to call a viper, then that's what we do. If we have to take the heads off these snakes, then that's what we do. We are kingdom. We are not churched. So we operate differently. We see differently. We speak differently. We think differently because our spirit is different. So do not allow the enemy to come against you to the point to where you are afraid to speak what God has given you to say. Because if God be for you, who in the world can be against you? And God has raised up an army, and we stand strong. We don't play these little churchy games. We coming. We coming. You come for us, we waiting for you. We wait for the enemy. We don't tuck tail and run. We wait because we know the power and the authority that God has given us, that he has bestowed upon us. And we don't take that job lightly. So I just want to encourage the warriors and the front runners to continue to stand and speak truth without compromise. Stand flat-footed and speak what thus saith the Lord. And do not allow these attacks to cause you to buckle under pressure. You speak what thus saith the Lord. If God has given it to you to say, you say it. You say it. So many people don't want to speak out against what's going on in the church. A lot of times people use, but we are the church. We shouldn't be speaking against the church. The devil is a liar. Do you not think that I know that we, the body of Christ, is the church? Come on now. But the difference is what's going on the inside of these church buildings. The trickery. The witchy things. Control, manipulation. This is what's going on. Who has bewitched you to the point to where you're willing to believe a delusion? We play too much in the church. This is why God is raising up believers, kingdom believers, that will declare his word and not care what people think. We are a body that do not care what people think. So many of you need to get that way in your spirit. We don't care. I had someone to call me a witch today. I count it all joy to be called a witch, because that lets me know right there I'm in the vein of God. I'm doing something right. I'm not offended because I was called a witch. I rejoice for being called a witch. Because for number one, I know I'm not a witch, baby. But hey, when you start rattling the enemy's camp and you start causing friction, then you better know. You better know that they're going to start calling you out your name, because they're not weight carriers. They can't come back up against you in the spirit, so they have to resort to calling names. See, when you're a weight carrier, the devil trembles himself, because God has given us authority to crush his head. Okay? Keep playing. Better get in your word. Better study your word. Get revelation of who you are when you say you're a believer. Because we playing church around here. We ain't the real church. We playing church. If you the real church, please stand up. Okay? Stop playing. We kingdom around here, baby. This is what we do. Don't let not one devil shut your mouth. Don't let not one devil cause you to buckle under pressure. You're gonna take a hit. But please know that God has you covered. And please know that he's gonna protect you. We can't let these devils around here cause us to shut our mouths. We are supposed to torment them devils. We are devil tormentors. Better get that in your spirit. How about that? All right, I just wanted to drop a few lines. Y'all know my motto. You all are my family, not my followers. And I love you. God bless.